China hopping mad as 22 countries sign UN letter on Uighur Muslims.
Here's a summary of the article.
Nearly 24 countries have signed a joint letter to the United Nations calling on China to end the mass detention of Uighur people. Reuters quoted a diplomat as saying China's delegation to the UN was hopping mad about the letter and is preparing its own response. UN experts say around 1 million Uighur Muslims are being held in detention centers in the Xinjiang region, in northwest China. China says facilities there are vocational training centers and they are necessary to fight terrorism and eradicate extremism. The unprecedented letter also calls on China to allow experts, including the High Commissioner for Human Rights, meaningful access to the region. We call on China to uphold its national laws and international obligations and to respect human rights and fundamental freedoms, including freedom of religion or belief in Xinjiang and across China, the letter says. China's foreign ministry said the letter neglected the facts and was a slander against China, an interference in its affairs and the politicization of human rights.
This post received a score of 27,307, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Politicization of human rights. What exactly is this supposed to mean? Using claims of human rights violations as a tool to impose upon China? Legit asking.
That is their implication, yes.
Seems to me, no one can use human rights violations against you if you don't, violate human rights. China doesn't consider them human, therefore it does not apply. Checkmate motherfuckers, China. News article headline tomorrow.
God, I fucking hate the word slam.
God, I fucking hate the word. Xantarch slams the word slam in their most recent statement.
Well done. Take your upvote.
That's great and all, but China already gave the finger to the world over the South China Sea ruling. Short of effective sanctions or military action, you can only expect to see more of the same. Their much-vaunted focus on curating image still falls second to the CCP's desire for complete internal control and homogenization.
And the world looked the other way while it appropriated and fucked Tibet.
The world did the same when the Nazi Party and Hitler rose.
Oh, I know. That's why the League of Nations that became the UN was formed, so that this shall never happen again. So much for that noise.
That's not even close. The League of Nations was formed after WW1 so that the Alliance powderkeg setup wouldn't happen again. It didn't have enough teeth, so the UN replaced it after WW2, but the point was never to intervene. The point of the LON and UN has always been to avoid global war by avoiding intervention. The UN exists to absolutely slam China with words so that no country is motivated to try it with military force. China has veto power in the UN. Others can't do shit to it other than point. And China is also on the Council of Human Rights. It's a joke. That's the point. The other nations can safely shout about it and China can safely continue to do what it wants, because China is a global power, and the UN is designed to keep global powers talking instead of fighting.
China is mad about a lot of things these days.
Actually, we should be getting mad at China for a lot of things these days.
Both laughing face.
Don't you dare tell us how to torture and murder our own citizens.
Technically not citizens.
In China, Uighur Muslims are not citizens.
That's a lie. Of course they are citizens. Anyone with a Shenzhen ID card is a citizen. China practices birthright citizenship.
Sure, but China plays pretty fast and loose with citizenship. Look at all the sovereign nations that they claim as being part of mainland China.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.